Hello friends, and welcome to another edition of On The Farm. We're here at the beautiful St James's Primary, where we took the opportunity to speak to some individuals, two of which were responsible for the cooking of the meals here at the St James's Primary School. We also spoke to the chef responsible for the school meals program, Chef Michael Henville, and also the coordinator at the Nevis Health Promotion Unit, Mrs. Nadine Carty-Keynes. Stay with us. When we come back, our feature.
Agriculture, sustaining families, building economies.
This message has been brought to you by the Ministry of Agriculture in collaboration with the Ministry of Education.
Welcome back to On The Farm. In this clip, we spoke to the two ladies responsible for the cooking of healthy meals here at St James's Primary.
Lorna Brandy.
Sibalita Jeffers.
Ladies, you're responsible for feeding the nation's children here in this area at St James's Primary. Tell us about the kind of meals that you are preparing daily for your students.
Usually we do veggie, broccoli, steamed broccoli, carrots, steamed pumpkin, those kind of stuff, and so we do.
These vegetables that you are calling, these are locally produced?
Yeah. Mostly we get them from local vendors.
But
Yeah.
if not in season, then we get from supermarket if it's out of season. But we try hard to get it from locals. Yeah.
How are the students, the children here receiving the meals that you're preparing? Seeing that children not tend to like vegetables and the healthy end of the meals.
Yeah, they just eat it quite good because we encourage them a lot to eat the veggies especially.
The teachers also, they go and they look to see when they're eating and to encourage them to eat the vegetables.
Now, on property, we see you have a garden that is coming along. We're using tires, one of the strategies for less intensive farming. What is the hope behind the garden you have?
Well, tomatoes, we usually do tomatoes. We have green bananas, seasoned pepper, tea bush, and sometimes, we have spinach. Yeah.
So here we have an opportunity to move from your garden to your kitchen to the children's table.
Yes.
How is that going for you though, as cooks here, having a garden that you can easily access vegetables?
Well, it's much easier, and prevent you from going to the supermarket sometimes. Once we have in the garden, we go there and we pick.
All right. So here at St. James's, they're practicing what agriculture is promoting, farm to table, nutritious, healthy meals, and they're doing their part to ensure that we get to the Sustainable Development Goal 2030 of zero hunger. We're now going to take in our interview with Chef Michael Henville, who gave us an insight to the school meals program and how that fits in to the World Food Day theme for 2019. The reason we're talking to you today is World Food Day comes up next in a few weeks, the 16th of October. The theme is Our Actions, Our Future. Healthy diets in an attempt to get to zero hunger by 2030. Okay. You're responsible for school meals. You're the head chef in that area. Tell us what the school meals program was intended to do from its start, and then we can talk about how is it fitting into the theme for World Food Day.
Sure. The school meals program was intended to provide healthy, balanced, and nutritious meals to all the children that are on the program, and I believe we are doing that very well so far.
So in that regard, we seem to have been ahead of the theme for 2019 as they talk about healthy diets. Why is that important? And critically so, the focus seems to be on children this year.
Yes, yes, yes. We are. I think we're doing very well, and like you said, I believe we are in front of the curve right now. We've been doing that for quite a while. There's been many different programs that have come out of Jamaica, and I believe even St. Vincent, that are coming to Nevis to see what we are doing, because we're doing it so well. And so I think we should all take pride in that. So keeping with the theme, like you said, for World Hunger Day, I think that would take a big community effort to really push that initiative. We are doing wonderful so far, especially with the schools and the school meals, but to do a more broader, where everyone has to say food on the table. I think that would really take a whole community effort to push that initiative. It definitely can be done. It definitely can be done. Yeah.
I know in the past, as a teacher, I've seen the gradual changes in the menu that was there or is being produced. We moved from processed-based food such as macaroni and cheese,
Right.
and the use of Kool-Aids
Right.
and those things. How far has the menu development gone in terms of achieving that healthy balance in terms of diet?
Yes, quite a bit, and I'm happy to say we have and still are moving away from the, like you said, the processed foods, the packaged foods, and we're really trying to incorporate everything that we can local. So everything from the local meats, the proteins, the mutton, the beef, the pork, even dabbling into local chicken every now and then, to the fruits and vegetables, to the all the agro-processing fruits and veggies that they have down there. So we're really pushing everything local because we have everything here that we need. We really do. There's no child that needs a processed hot dog. There's no child that needs a bag of Cheetos. Okay, so everything we have here, Nevis has given us, and we really need to stick to that.
Let us talk about the development of our chefs. We spoke to the two here at St. James's Primary. I know if we are moving our menus, then we must be upgrading our chefs. How have that been going as well?
Yes, that's been going very well. We try to do yearly or even bi-yearly meeting with all the chefs, and we talk about different cooking techniques, healthier cooking techniques. We just had one this past summer before school started back, where all the cooks from all the schools, not just primary but even the preschools came as well, and we shared different ideas, we shared different recipes, we cooked lots of things. It was a week long. Myself and Miss Renelle Daniel helped greatly. Even the people from Ministry of Health, the Health Promotion Unit, everyone came together. Doctors came in, some nurses came in, we had some speakers come in to talk about nutrition and all that. So all that compiled on top of each other really helped everyone, all the cooks, just to get a better understanding of nutrition and health and eating healthy and tasting new and different things. It was really, really helpful.
I know for our part at the Ministry and Department of Agriculture, we've been trying our best to promote backyard farming and to some extent school farms.
Yes, yeah.
How beneficial has that been to the kitchens that have gardens that are readily accessible to them?
Tremendous help, and I can't stress that enough, that we really need, and we're working on it, to get every school their own little garden. As you can see here, St. James has a nice one getting going with almost 20 or 30 tires in there, and then we're going to plant something in the tires. If you look up here, it's on the top shelf, but on the top stairs we have a hydroponic planting machine that was graciously donated by the Rouse Foundation. They donated one for every school, every primary school in the school meals program. So we have some veggies and fruit and everything planting up there. Charlestown, we know, has a large greenhouse that's been very very helpful to the school. Gingerland has a wonderful garden as well. Ivor Walters has another greenhouse that's getting started. So it really helps the school, because the school doesn't have to dip in their pocket to go and find fruits or vegetables or any kind of produce. They can literally go to the backyard and pick and pull what they need right out the soil. And so it really saves the school money. Also, it shows the kids, you can plant your own stuff. You don't have to, not everything you just have to go to the grocery store and get off the shelf. You could see it with your own eyes. You could touch it. You could pull the fruit pull the vegetable out of the ground. You could pick the fruit yourself, and then within a couple hours see it on your plate for lunchtime. So that's really helpful to the kids.
In terms of fruits, I know schools continue to encourage young children because they don't seem to like to eat fruits and vegetables.
Right.
In terms of our fruits, how much of our local fruits have you encouraged our schools to use? I mean, outside of the apples that are brought in from abroad and the oranges and so on.
We've used quite a bit. Let me see, try to get my memory working here. They love watermelon. We get a lot of watermelons. We get the mangoes. We get the guava. We get the star apple. Not only in whole fruit form, but also in puree form, also in liquid form from the processing unit. So we make the local drinks from it. Actually, right now we're starting to see if we can do the popsicles with the fresh pureed fruit. We had a couple samples yesterday, and they were amazing. We had coconut, and we had soursop and passion fruit, and trust me, the kids are gonna love them. If I love them, the kids are gonna love them.
Finally, one of the critical components of healthy diets is a balance.
Yes.
I know most people think that healthy means you're supposed to be slim and trim. Considering that not all children are the same, how do you as a chef ensure that your cooks are ensuring that they are not going too far right or too far left in terms of providing that balance for
Yes. Good question. We're pushing this initiative called the My Healthy Plate initiative. I think this is our almost third year in it, and so we're trying to go school by school and really teach and talk to not only the students but the teachers and most importantly the cooks about the healthy plate and what makes up a healthy plate, whether it be 4 ounces of this or 2 ounces of this or 6 ounces of this, so to make sure that the children get a balanced meal. So you have protein, you have carbohydrates, you have vegetables, and then you have water or some kind of healthy juice, 100% healthy juice on the side, or even a side salad, side of fruit, something like that. So it's a learning process, and we're doing that right now.
I know over the past years, my daughter would come and say there were days when water was the option. How has that been going for the school meals program, and an encouragement to parents to try the water option instead of juice?
Yes. We are trying that right now. It was starting off when we first started it. It was a little slip and go, But you just have to be consistent when you're dealing with lots of children. You have to be consistent. So that's what we're doing. We're sticking to our guns. We have our water Wednesdays at certain schools, but also I know specifically at Chason we do water Tuesdays and Thursdays, but also whenever we do soup.
Right.
So sometimes it could be 3 days a week that you're getting water. And then also we're providing water all day long. If the kids need to just come and get a drink of water or fill up their water bottles for when they have the break around 10 o'clock, 10:15, they can come and get water anytime.
Finally, Chef, tell us what is the ultimate end goal for the school meals program. I know we have been speaking, and from that we can clearly see what your short and medium term plans are in terms of providing healthy diets. What ultimately is it that we want to see out of the school meals program?
Ultimately, I would like to see every child in every school eating a balanced meal, whether it be breakfast or lunch that we could provide them. But I want to see every child going to every school on this island get a balanced meal at least once a day.
Mrs. Nadine Carter-Keynes shared her thoughts and the thoughts of her department on this year's theme and how it fit into the work that the Nevis Health Promotion Unit is doing.
World Food Day 2019 aligns with one of the mandates of the Ministry of Health and one of the strategies that the Health Promotion Unit continues to push, which is healthy diets. And healthy diets is about eating foods that nourish your body and helps to boost the immune system, to protect the immune system against diseases. It's also a way to maintain healthy weight, which will cease or minimize the chances of illnesses such as diabetes, hypertension, cancers, etc., which we call NCDs, non-communicable diseases. Partnering with Agriculture Department, Ministry of Education, that is something we continue to do, because it has to be a team approach, it has to be a multi-sectoral approach, encouraging and fostering a environmental community in terms of eating healthy and going back to some of our basic food security measures such as backyard gardening is very important, and that's where the Ministry of Agriculture comes into play in regards to encouraging and fostering that environment. And it starts with our children. We have to make sure they have a solid foundation when it comes to eating healthy. So we want to cut out all the junk food or minimize it. We have to have a cheat there too, but we want to make sure that parents and the community encourage our children to eat healthy, so we don't have these number of deaths due to non-communicable diseases. So that's our thought. We love the theme. It fits perfectly with what we do.
Well, friends, that's it for another edition of On the Farm. In this edition, we focused on World of Food Day, which comes up on the 16th of October. Our actions, our future. Healthy diets, that is the theme in an effort to end world hunger by 2030. The Ministry of Agriculture, the Department of Education, and the Ministry and Department of Health, they are doing their part in ensuring that we are well on our way to providing healthy diets to our nation's children and by extension our communities, doing our part to end world hunger. I hope you join me for another edition of On the Farm. Until then, I am Rohan Iles, and I'll see you on the farm.